Rise with India podcast on ET Now.
Good morning and thanks for listening in. Happy Friday to you. This is the daily morning update from ET Now and I'm Alex Matthew. Today's the 16th of July. The Union government has transferred 75,000 crore rupees to states and union territories in lieu of the expected shortfall in goods and services compensation cess for the current financial year. The amount transferred is close to 50% of the total estimated shortfall for the entire year, according to the Ministry of Finance. The balance amount will be released in the second half of this financial year in steady installments, according to the ministry. The Reserve Bank of India, in its monthly bulletin for July, has reiterated its belief that the current bout of high inflation in India is driven by supply-side shocks and is likely to ease. The central bank argued that striking a balance between inflation and growth is critical at this stage. Retail inflation has in fact stayed above the comfort zone of the Reserve Bank of India's Monetary Policy Committee for a couple of months now. That's 4% plus or minus 2%. But the latest reading came in lower than was anticipated. Sticking with news on the economy, India's foreign trade continued to normalize in June amid a pickup in imports. Merchandise trade deficit widened to $9.4 billion last month from $6.3 billion in May, according to data released by the Ministry of Commerce and Industry yesterday. Both retail and institutional investors continued to pile into the Zomato IPO, with subscription at over 5 times at the end of the second day. Today is the last day for subscription. In international news, applications for US state unemployment insurance fell last week to a fresh pandemic low, indicating that dismissals are easing as business conditions improve and firms look to increase headcounts. The readings have been choppy of late, with a spike last week indicating that the pace of recovery in the US is not uniform. Initial claims in regular state programs decreased by 26,000 to 3.6 lakh in the week ended the 10th of July, according to the latest Labour Department data. The median estimate in a survey of economists called for around 3.5 lakh applications. The Wall Street Journal has reported, citing unnamed sources, that Intel Corporation is in talks to buy semiconductor manufacturer Global Foundries for about $30 billion. Reportedly, a spokesperson for Global Foundries, though, said that the company is not in any discussions with Intel. That acquisition, if it does take place, would be a significant development in the semiconductor industry, which, as you know, has been dealing with supply-side issues of late. And with that, it's over to Rohit Singh for the trade setup for the day in India. Morning, Rohit. How are we looking today?
Good morning, Alex. We had an unexpected up move that's taken us one step closer to the 16,000 mark, and it has been a broad-based up move. We've closed at all-time highs, clearing the 15,900 level, and the up move is looking strong. IT shares in particular were on a tear. It seems, with the earnings picture unfolding, a decisive move is shaping up. The real estate pack deserves a special mention for clocking the best day since 1st of February. The closing high came through without FIIs chipping in. Foreign investors were net sellers of shares worth about 264 crore rupees, but domestic institutional investors bought shares worth about 440 crore rupees to support the rally. On global front, Wall Street chose to pause as it parsed through the comments of the Fed chair on recovery. Meanwhile, jobless claims sank to the lowest level in this pandemic. Here are the stocks that are likely to see some action at opening bell. Wipro has clocked strong revenue growth for the quarter at 12.2% quarter on quarter. The management said they are seeing significant traction and growth is broad-based. Street will also be digesting numbers of L&T Infotech, Cyient and Tata Elxsi. As per latest shareholding data, Rakesh Jhunjhunwala has picked up a 1.39% stake in Steel Authority of India. Bandhan Bank has clocked strong deposit growth of nearly 30% compared to last year. According to Economic Times, SpiceJet promoter Ajay Singh is putting together a $1 billion war chest for his Air India bid. 2 US-based funds could also be joining hands in the SPV. Petroleum Secretary has said that BPCL's divestment will be completed by September end, as announced earlier. Gati plans to sell 70% stake in one of its units in an effort to pare down debt. Rosary Biotech is reportedly in talks to acquire a Mumbai-based chemicals firm for about 125 crore rupees. To recap, we've seen a remarkable up move in the broader markets that's taken the mid and the small cap index higher for a fifth day. We'll have to see how long this rotation of money lasts. This round of up move has come despite rich valuations and a lingering fear of a third wave. That's all from my end. Wish you all a profitable day ahead. It's back to you, Alex.
Thanks, Rohit. And as always, thank you all for listening in. This is Alex Matthews signing off. Have a great Friday and an even better weekend.
The Rise with India podcast on ET Now.